There it is. Entering game. Losers finals on the way. A little bit of delay, but that's no big deal. Into King's Row we go.
King's Row once again.
Prepare to attack.
For like the 6th time today, we're heading on to King's Row.
Yep, King's Row, definitely one of the staple maps. King's Row and Hollywood, really the maps that we see the most of any of the payload maps right now. Route 66, we probably see the least of. Numbani, probably the least seen after that. Dorado, you know, somewhat in the middle.
Yeah, Gibraltar as well. Probably right below Dorado.
Alrighty, so taking a look here at the defense as it rolls out here for the side of NG Blue. It's going to be Zaffi on the Mercy, Mint on Symmetra, Nutty B on Reinhardt, Ladano on the Widowmaker, Shades on the Junkrat, and you're going to round things out here on the Lucio.
I'll be busy soon enough.
Okay. I'm still waiting to see something crazy and off the wall. So far today in the tournament, we've seen nothing but standard play for the most part. The only thing that has been a real shocker to me is just how frequently we've seen Symmetra chosen on basically every payload map, which was certainly not the case in previous weeks. So
I'm holding out hope here for El Presidente. I don't think I've seen too easy on him in the past, or it's pretty rare, and I think he's going to change right now.
One shot.
Darn.
One kill.
I had hope. I'm actually a little bit surprised we haven't seen any Bastion at any points here, given that teams do like pulling him out situationally, but
I think it's
not
an
going to
NA
happen.
thing. Like, NA loves Bastion. We saw so much Bastion at Agents Rising. We haven't seen it even once today.
Yeah, really strange, but too easy right now. Going to be taking the high ground, looking for some early picks as Widow. And again, we were talking about this pregame. I think Too Easy is going to be giving Ladano all he can handle and more, but we'll see. Ladano, this is a great chance for him to prove himself if he takes it to Too Easy here in this Widow battle.
All right, Unfixed always seems to be the guy that opens up the first point here for his team, and he will be probably engaging first. And we don't have a Winston again, so it looks like actually Zarya is going to be able to put her bubble on Unfixed as he pushes forward. They're chipping away at the defending Reinhardt's shield, so that barrier is pretty much down and out. And there's a solo res, so Ladano brought back into it all by herself as Widowmaker.
Indeed, looking at Unfixed and fixing the back, able to get the double kill even after the res. We do have a Junkrat tire coming out. Does take out Morte, but not much else. And Too Easy right now was able to get first blood against Ladano, sort of as expected coming in. And REUNITED making short work of the NG Blue defense here. It was slow, methodical, nothing flashy, but it worked out in their favor. And now they're going to street phase with momentum on their side. And not too much of an ult advantage, though they will have a barrage up pretty soon.
All right, that was a stupid fast capture on that first point, but the silver lining now for NG Blue on defense is that they have plenty of time to figure out what they want to do on this second streets phase, how far forward they want to hold. Probably no further than this choke point right here where they're at. If you hold any further than that, you're putting yourself in a lot of danger. And Ladano is going to open this up for his team, so NG Blue should have a decent advantage here. And actually, let's take a look as Shades is coming all the way from behind. Big flanking coming from the Pharah. He needs to go for the Mercy, though. He's going to be going straight for Mercy, and Mercy actually not going the right way. Mort went the wrong way and is going to easily get taken down by Shades.
Yeah, and as that was going on, Ladano was able to get the double kill in the back. And it all started because he beat Too Easy in the Widow v Widow duel. So if you're counting score right now, it's 1-1 between Ladano and Too Easy. Ladano really trying to win this for his team, and I'm gonna note, Too Easy not even on the Widowmaker anymore. Too Easy switching to Winston, he's gonna get taken out. Maybe would have been better to stay on the Widow, I don't know. But NG Blue definitely making a case here on the streets phase. And look at Too Easy. Too Easy saying, okay, I think, does that mean he's gonna switch back to Widow? I'm gonna find out. This might be an ego thing now for Too Easy.
And REUNITED has to play the waiting game for a second, and now Winghaven's barrier is back up to full potency, and they're going to have to push right on, and that is exactly what they're doing. And look how far forward NG Blue are. This could actually bite them in the asses. Here's a huge engagement. Too Easy going to jump in first, but it's a complete dud on the Zarya Graviton Surge. No dice at all taken there.
Injustice raining from above. Shade getting the double kill over the top. Does pay for it with his life. Unfixed still in and about. Does have a barrage, but not going to get the chance to use it. Ladano taking him out of the air. And Ladano has been a big problem here for REUNITED thus far. He's getting a lot of damage in the back. He's not really accounted for, and they don't have an answer to him while Too Easy is not on Widowmaker. Too Easy is going to switch to Genji here. And it's a little bit surprising because even though Widowmaker does have a little bit of issues here in this Streets phase of King's Row. I think if they're gonna run a Widow, you might as well counter the Widow, especially given how good 2Easy is at it, but for now, he's holding back.
And this is as good an opportunity as any now for Reunited, as they do have the Resurrection up, no Resurrection for defense, so they can push forward with no fear in the world, knowing that they could have a big res coming behind them, and that's exactly what's happening. It's paying off as NG Blue just dropping like flies here.
Yeah, Unfixed able to get some work done after the res. Does have Barrage at the right. He's been holding on to it for a long time. Takes out Euro with a long-range rocket. And Farah now starting to explode a little bit here for the side of Reunited. And he still hasn't used his Barrage. He'll have it up for the next fight.
Yeah, and Morte is going to even be able to build his ultimate up pretty quick here, as the Reinhardt left with very little health. And so much ultimate being built right off that one heal right there. And Volatage are going to look for the Deadeye, big Deadeye incoming, and he gets 2! And that's huge because they've also collected the checkpoint, so they can push forward again with impunity with the 2-man advantage. I don't see, really, NG Blue being able to fight this right now. They have to resync with their team, big time.
Yeah, NG Blue's been a little bit out of sorts here, and I'm gonna note, and Fix has been hanging on to that Barrage for such a long time. Been waiting for it to come out, but he might just use it here on this next push. We'll have to see. Morte does have the res up for the offense. Zaf has the reset or res up for the defense, so you can be sure that people will be coming back from the dead here. Deadeye, though, coming up from Europe, gonna take out Morte, so no one's coming back up from the dead on the offense, as Ladano takes out 2Easy. I gotta say, with 2Easy dying here to the Widow, it's just a matter of time as Ladano going off, takes out Unfixed, and he's making this game his own. So here's what's gonna happen. 2Easy's gonna use Dragon Blade, he's gonna go Widowmaker. I can't think he's gonna let this stand. Just off ego purposes alone. I mean, that's sort of the comp player thing where you lose to a Widow that often, you're gonna wanna try and out-Widow her. One would think, anyways. We'll have to see.
All right, let's take a moment to watch 2Easy. There's actually a Pharaoh waiting for the flank up top, and that's going to be Shades.
There it is, Justice reigns from above. The triple kill coming out from Shades. He gets the mid-air on the Unfixed. Can he make it a quad? The damage has already been done. We do have 2Easy coming at the pretty late Dragon Blade here. We'll see if it works out. He just ends up dying. Earthshatter, though, coming down. Not over yet for the offense. Winghaven making something out of nothing. Has Reunited somehow turning this in their favor.
Yeah.
And by the way, 2Easy is now Widowmaker, even if it might not even matter at this point.
A huge barrage out of Shades, but an even bigger resurrection out of Mort, as the entirety of Reunited back up and into the action, as it's a full team clash. Both teams clashing right here. Unfixed with the ultimate, but not able to do much with it. So I feel like Reunited actually a little bit too aggressive in that push. They should have synced up more as a team, but yet the push continues.
Oh, 2Easy with the double kill. Takes out Ladano, getting some, in his mind, probably some well-needed revenge. And now there's really nothing that can deal with him on this top perch. He's going to be able to snipe anything to his whims. And we'll see if this works out. He just needs to land his shots, but Reunited definitely a good position here. Volatage with the double kill. Unfixed piling on. And Reunited should have this cap any moment now.
And it's not a super quick time that they're working on, but it is a nice time indeed that they're going to finally be able to get right here. Oh, wait, no, the resurrection comes in the last possible second.
Diva's shooting back up.
Diva's at the
and NG Blue buying some really valuable time. 2Easy is laying in the Widow Fire, and honestly, NG Blue's recovered more than I would have given them credit for. Usually this is the unstoppable death chain time, but it's not happening, and they've almost fully recovered. This is a huge misplay by Reunited to let this happen. And really good play by NG Blue to pull something out of nothing.
And now neither team really with a whole lot of ultimates. Morte will have Resurrection, so Resurrection up for both sides in just a moment here. Yes, indeed, it has begun. Will we see Zaf drop his early? If he does, then that's actually going to be the a huge advantage now shifting in the favor of Reunited. ZP, what do you see?
We do see the Resurrection come out at his last gasp here for the defense. The Barrage comes in over the top. Sound Barrier buying the defense a little bit of time here, but the Earthshatter is going to come down, and there's just not that many people left here for the defense. They're trying to stall. You're one of the last people on it as Diva with the blaster. Not going to be enough, and Reunited going to close it out, but not before NG Blue bought themselves a whole lot of time.
And I think they bought enough time to make all of that worth it. And I think they can be pretty happy with keeping Reunited for that long at the end there, as it did extend it up to about 8 minutes of her capture here on King's Row. Certainly beatable, as NG Blue will take their turn attacking. And I know I've said it like a couple times today, but I'm just really hoping that we see something a little bit unique, a little bit different out of NG Blue on attack. because they're going to have so much momentum going through this map to beat the time of 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Not that that's a super fast time, but against a team as adept as REUNITED, as experienced as REUNITED, they're going to have to come out swinging, really, and keep that momentum going.
Alrighty, so absolutely true. NG Blue really gonna have to up things for their attack run here. Time to defend here for REUNITED, 7:37. That is a very defensible time, but it's also a very beatable time. It's effectively your middle of the road Overwatch time, where both the offense and defense have things that they can feel pretty good about going into the map. We'll have the defense out here for REUNITED in just a second, but I'll tell you, someone who's not gonna be changing, Unfixed is absolutely going to be on that Junkrat. I mean, why not? We've seen Junkrat, I think, in every defense on King's Row here today, and it's something where people really, really like running him there. Not that we should be singling out Junkrat per se. I think it's just more interesting in the sense that Junkrat isn't always run. But when he is run, he's run on first point King's Row.
I mean, at this point, ZP, it's almost like Junkrat has become an utter staple of almost every payload map, actually. And the reason we have talked about Junkrat is, like you said, ZP, it was only kind of recently that he became so common. There was a little while where almost nobody was picking Junkrat, but people have really figured out where he shines, and that's primarily on defense, primarily on maps where there's a tight choke that the entire attacking team has to come through, and primarily when Reinhardt's in play. I mean, that's really what Junkrat excels at the most, is giving your friendly Reinhardt the advantage by taking out the opponent's Reinhardt's shield super fast.
Alrighty, well, taking a look here at the defense, rolling out from the side of REUNITED, it's going to be Morte on the Mercy, Unfixed on the Junkrat, Too Easy on Widowmaker, Volatage on McCree, Cruz on the Symmetra, and Winghaven rounding things out here on the Reinhardt. What else would it be? And Ladano versus Too Easy, round 2 about to begin. Widow duels on the way.
All right, it's getting late over in Europe, so I'm sure that REUNITED wants to get this done and hold NG Blue here on the first point. They want to collect the first win ASAP here. See if they can do it.
Yep, Too Easy in the back, laying in shot after shot. Just concerned with breaking this Reinhardt barrier. And you'll see that a lot in comp, which you don't see as much in pubs. Teams break Reinhardt shields all day long. Reinhardt has to be careful about how he engages because he has a time limit, because once the shield goes down, a lot less powerful. Too Easy right now, very concerned as to where Ladano is, looking for that all-important first pick. Watching the alleyway, because that's where things can really go wrong. Meanwhile, we have Unfixed down here with Junkrat trying to shoot over the top. Ladano and Too Easy getting into it. Ladano does get dinged a little bit, but is able to get out. But look at the Junkrat fire coming from Unfixed. Almost picking up a full kill in the beginning, but so far, both teams still at full strength.
Yeah, Nutty B forced to fall back and let his barrier recharge. That's exactly what's happening. And Shade getting ultra aggressive by himself. Doesn't even have the Mercy, the pocket Mercy, but actually this should be favorable for him. It's a 1v1 versus Too Easy. Oh, unable to get the kill.
Too Easy coming in. The Machine Gun Widow doing so much work. The Widow's Kiss, as it were. And Cruz getting the double kill as Symmetra. And that was where the offense just sort of dove in a little bit too heavily after Shades, and they just got punished from all angles from REUNITED.
Teleporter online. We move swiftly.
Okay, and I wonder if we're going to see anything changed up here for Northern Gaming.
No one can hide
They are
from
getting
my
closer and
sight.
closer to having a flurry of ultimates up. They will have 4 ultimates up pretty damn soon here, and even a 5th and 6th ultimate up if they're able to play patiently enough, go for the chip damage, just do what they can to build those ultimates as quickly as they can. But again, look how fast Nutty B's shield is getting taken down. Barrier already destroyed. But here we go. The ultimates are starting to stack for the attacking team.
If the ultimates are coming up, they're going to want to use them all in conjunction to get this point. Resurrection certainly there to heal some of the wounds as they go in. Unfixed going to take out Mint, so Mint is on the res list right now. Nutty B waiting for his opportunity to drop the Earth Shatter. Might not get it just yet. Volatage getting some work in on the defending side.
I don't like that resurrection out of Zafi right there, because the team is still not all 6 together at this point. Or are they actually? Oh, I guess they are, so.
They are back as 6 right now, but they're really getting stymied. Nutty B is not able to find the initiation he wants. You're, though, able to go back, take out Winghaven. Now there's nothing protecting them from a big Earth Shatter, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Fire Strike coming in. Nutty B making his mark known. Ladano with some of the follow-up. And we'll see if this is enough for NG Blue to take this point.
And I think it very well might, because Zap has already gotten very close to building up his full ultimate. Not to mention, they've gotten all the kills they needed to get here
They're coming
Even
in with
with
the
the
teleport, but
teleport.
right now they're just feeding kills.
Oh my
This could
goodness.
really hurt them in the streets phase because they're not going to save this point. And oh no, Winghaven coming in, charging way too deep. Might kill the Mercy, and no, he's going to get pistoled down in the end.
Yeah, that was worst case scenario for REUNITED there. Not only did they not extend the point, they all died in the last possible second and have to come all the way back from the far spawn.
Look here, Winghaven defense sort of resetting up. They know they have a little bit of time until they get back to the streets. And REUNITED, I mean, their defense held for a decent amount of time. They have about 4 minutes left, but they need to get at least 2 team wipes in the streets to really feel good about their chances of winning here. And conversely, for NG Blue, they don't want to waste any time. They need to win this next fight right here, right now.
They definitely are on the clock. It's a race against time at this point, as they weren't able to get that first point super quickly, but they're on pace, I'd say, to make it happen. If they can continue with this momentum,
never die.
they're looking good.
And they have the offensive res comes in. We do see a defensive Earth Shard doesn't do nearly as much as they'd want. Winghaven going to go down, not before getting the charge kill at the very end. But this is a lot of good momentum here from NG Blue. They're making things happen. Both teams getting pretty bloody here, but let's look at Too Easy with the defensive Genji. Has the Dragon Blade at the ready. Getting pushed back, though, not getting as much value out of this ult as he would like. In fact, ends up whiffing the last blade, but not going to matter. The distraction in the back was too strong. And REUNITED gonna get the next 4 kills.
Oh, and that doesn't bode well at this point. NG Blue only have a few more opportunities to make this happen, and if they get stumped at once or twice more, it's almost going to be over at that point.
Definitely. I mean, time-wise, there's only 3 minutes remaining. NG Blue, it's not technically over if they don't win this next push, but it's effectively over in a lot of ways. They need this to go well. They need Shades to land a good barrage. But here we go, watching Shades. They are moving in, and the flank is about to be real. Shades coming in over the top, and this might make or break this entire map. And this is a good look here so far. Earthshatter does come down from the offense. Doesn't quite land as they want, but Justice raining from above. Not getting as much value as they want, but both teams getting bloody. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, a couple of wasted ults there for NG Blue. The Earth Shatter was blocked entirely by a Reinhardt shield. Again, guys, you cannot Earth Shatter through Reinhardt shield or a Winston barrier as well. Something to keep in mind for all those new aspiring Reinhardt players out there. And
So
back to the drawing
time-wise
board.
now, this is the only way that NG Blue can win. NG Blue would have to not only dominate the next team fight without a barrage, because they just use barrage, so they're at an ultimate disadvantage, and to top everything off, they would have to dominate the fights towards the end. Still doable, but very, very unlikely, and Too Easy could put the dagger in the heart himself with his Dragon Blade. Let's see how this goes. We do have the Deadeye coming out here from You're looking for a pickup, but not gonna happen. He goes down instead. Too Easy in the back with the Dragon Blade. Makes it a double. Looking for one last pick. Will he get it? Winston running for his life. It doesn't matter. With now a minute 45 left and that definitive of the fight, pretty confident in calling this first map for REUNITED.
Yeah, not much time left at all. Well, let's see if they can do it with one last miraculous push. May not be possible anymore.
Deadeye coming out here from Voltage as he picks up the double off that.
Well, now it's really not possible.
Yeah, of all the things when it was over, now it's really over. Nutty B going to go down. Winghaven with the W. Mouse one cleanup. Always good feels, Reinhardt, when you just walk into the enemy team and pick up 3 kills because your team has done that much work. But time-wise now with about to be under a minute left, it is not even mathematically possible to win. And there it is, GG coming out from NG Blue, and we are going to roll to map number 2.
Okay. Shall we head to the lobby then, chaps? Keep this rolling. Still got the grand finals ahead of us.
Yeah, not that this even matters, but the quad Earth Shatter coming in towards the end just because. Shut up, back. That's Too Easy doing a little bit of slicing and dicing in the very end.
Yeah, man, and I think we do definitely want to get this going as quickly as possible because if my math is correct, everyone tuning in on the stream and everyone playing in the tournament from Europe, it's what, 2, 3 in the morning now?
It's gotten pretty late, that much is to be sure.
Yeah. So trying to keep things moving as quick as we can here.
So, good stuff coming out from the side of REUNITED. They're able to hold on against the onslaught of NG Blue. NG Blue gonna have to try again as they move forward. So I think REUNITED's gonna take attack again. I'm just gonna go on that assumption. Might have to change the overlay anyways, but Usually when Reunited gets a side choice, they'll choose to go attack. But for the next map, it will be the choice of NG Blue. For those who weren't here for the map draft, the last two maps remaining in our pool are Hollywood and Dorado.
I see that we're up to 14,500 plus viewers, so thanks everyone for tuning in. And this is the new normal for Overwatch. Feels pretty good, man. But even for just a weekly with $500 on the line, we're looking to pick almost 20,000 viewers up towards the grand finals. Thanks everyone who's tuned in today and shared the love of Overwatch with us. It's been tons of fun to cast, and we've got some great games ahead of us, as it looks like REUNITED is going to do their best to have a rematch against Envious in the grand finals.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the growth of Overwatch, especially post-release, has been absolutely awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this weekly with us here today. It definitely means a lot, and this is just the beginning. I mean, it hasn't even been a month since release. I don't think it's even been 2 weeks since release. So really, I mean, who knows where things go from here, but it's definitely bright times ahead. So it looks like we're going to be heading to Dorado for the next map. I think REUNITED will take attack first, but we'll see. It is their choice.
And I guess we are on a 2-minute delay. So seeing everyone respond to what time is it where you're watching. And oh crap, we have a ton of people who've stayed through the whole tournament so far and watching late into the night over in Euroland. It is Saturday, so it's okay. You can sleep in tomorrow.
Chat brings up a good point. Who cares? It's the weekend.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. In fact, speaking of cool stuff, overall on the crowdfunding here for today, we are up to $664. Thank you everyone that's donated so far on Matcherino thus far. It is very, very much appreciated. Reindeer with the last donation saying, quote, "The budget toucan has arrived." Almost afraid to say that given what copy pasta that entails. Please do not fill us with Lee Toucans.
What have you done, ZP? What
I know, it's all over. That was said, it's actually over, because if he wasn't arriving before, Lee Toucan will arrive. But hey, that's the power of Matcherino. We read out some of your messages on stream. I mean, you want to command Twitch chat like they're your army of followers, go for it. Why not?
Alrighty, Dorado it is, and trying to move things along a little bit here. Looks like REUNITED wants to attack first.
Yep, REUNITED going attack, no surprise. I was ready to edit the overlay if needed, but you know what? It worked out. But we're ready. The teams are ready. We can get right into it. And this is going to be interesting. REUNITED has usually had pretty good defense on Dorado historically. NG Blue will have their work cut out for them, but you know, Dorado's a tricky map. I feel like it's of the payload maps, despite having such great defensive options. I feel like we've seen more variance on it at times than some of the other maps, just because of how long a defense can hold. And you know, there's not always logical rhyme or reason to it. You know, we haven't seen though, and actually we can't see because of one hero limit. We can't see 6 Hanzos spamming arrows over the wall. Actually makes me a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Not that that should be a thing anyways, but it's still pretty fun to just see, you know,
it's so pretty.
Effectively something out of Gladiator.
Yeah. All right, Dorado it is. And pretty sure we're going to see more hyper-standard team lineups. Both teams running with the core of course, Reinhardt, Lucio, Mercy. You know, you might substitute the Lucio for Symmetra on defense, but also usually running with a McCree, Widowmaker perhaps. Maybe a Zarya as a second tank on attack, but definitely not a shoo-in here. And pretty much that's the core.
No, definitely. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how both teams play this. And looking at the REUNITED offense here as they set up, I almost don't want to read this out because I feel like it's going to change, but it's going to be Unfixed on Zarya, Morte on Mercy, Volataja on McCree, 2Easy on Widowmaker, and you know, up to this point it makes sense, right? Usually common stuff, but Winghaven on a Roadhog and Cruz on a Genji. That's bringing us to places that we don't see as often. I feel like we will see it changed up, but part of me is just hoping that, you know, they stay on it. You never know.
Right, the Rat is in play on defense as well, of course, so strong on this map, as well as many others. But especially on this map, there's so many angles you can bounce those nades into. But Winghaven is sticking with Roadhog. Cruz is sticking with Genji. Whoa. That's a shocker.
This is a shocker, but it's a new look coming out from Reunited, a team comp that is a little bit less than traditional. I've been waiting to see this most of the day. And we'll see if it works out here as Winghaven not wasting any time, absolutely tearing down that Reinhardt shield.
I'm sorry, this is kind of a minute thing, but there was actually the poison, the spider mine was up top over the wall that Cruz just came over. So no matter what, Ludano knew that Cruz was coming over that wall. So that's a really smart placement of the spider mine.
And speaking of Ludano striking first blood on the 2-easy in the Widow v Widow fights. Now he has to deal with Cruz. Will he be able to do it? Cruz getting in deep, trying to avenge the death of 2-easy, but this is where you have a lot of power in winning these Widow duels. I mean, Cruz would rather be on going against the rest of their team, but because Ludano killed 2-easy, and he cakes out Voltaja. So Ludano, pretty safe and secure in the back, making things happen, taking out Cruz. And this is huge.
Oh my god, Unfixed is getting a disgusting amount of damage output right now as Zarya, because he's had almost nearly 100% full charge for some time now. He's just wailing away at the defending team. NG Blue has dropped down and out, and they're not going to be able to stop this checkpoint. They will, however, have time to get a decent position up top on the high ground.
Indeed. And it was not a bad defense coming out from NG Blue for a while. Ludano definitely was playing out of his mind for a bit, but in the end, things breaking down, in part because of the great Zarya play from Unfixed, as you mentioned. In fact, look at this. Unfixed about to have Graviton up, and that could be huge for this next team fight. Ult's definitely in favor right now, and oh man, you want to talk about wombo combos, fish sticks. Graviton Dragon Blade is on the menu.
Yeah. And we could see that in just a second here. Unfixed about to have Graviton Surge. How quickly will he pull the trigger? It does look like the defending team is quite bunched up, so this could work miraculously.
Ludano able to strike first blood against 2-easy again. 2-easy definitely having some issues here from Ludano. Good showing from him. Right now, there's not a good Graviton target really for Unfixed, and I think Cruz right now, he's helping poke, but he is waiting for that big Graviton. But the defense really isn't giving them that opportunity just yet.
Oh, this is going to be absolute fireworks. 4 ultimates for defense, 5 ultimates for attack. Voltage is going to use his to no real result at this point, but I'm expecting Cruz to jump into the fray in just a second here. He's got the Dragon Blade. Let's see it.
Here it is. The Dragon Blade is out. The Graviton is there. He's slicing everyone stuck in that vortex, but you're turning the tides with the Deadeye. Puts an end to that very quickly. Might not be able to full hold here on the defense, though, as the offense still has way more momentum.
Yeah, they were able to use that offensive resurrection way more effectively. Although Zaf does have a defensive resurrection, I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think they're. Oh, he actually uses it on one person just to try and extend the payload from getting to that checkpoint. I don't know if that's the right move. We'll find out in just a second.
We will find out. Nutty B does have the Earthshare up. Doesn't find a good opportunity to use it, though. Will get melted down by Winghaven and Unfixed, and still offense getting in there. Ludano, though, sniping from the top, able to take out 2-easy again, and 2-easy is actually getting bullied around a bit by Ludano. He's really making this work, and you know, I gotta think 2-easy is gonna be looking for a revenge sometime soon, but thus far over the course of the series, I think Ludano has kind of had 2-easy's number.
And only major switch up here is Unfixed has actually switched over to McCree from Zarya, so they're opting for a little bit more DPS, and this is super interesting because it's not the uber standard lineup that we were expecting out of Reunited. They're not running with a Reinhardt right now, which is almost one of the most staple heroes of them all.
Yep, 2-easy going for the grapple shot over the top, was trying to take out Ludano. Did not connect. Ludano was able to get out of the way, and now Ludano trying to take out Cruz. Cruz in trouble, will get taken out. Ludano with absolute precision going to make that happen. 2-easy though, fighting right back, takes out Zap, so both Widows getting some play here as 2-easy and Voltage combine their powers, taking out Ludano. And this is Reunited's best look in a while.
And Voltaja, it's 1v1 versus Lucio. So will the Tracer come out on top? But Lucio's just dodging back and forth, dodging and weaving. But that is 4 kills easily going the way of Reunited, and that's going to be the checkpoint as well. Working on a good time here.
2-easy right now, definitely activating another gear, getting 2 pickoffs towards the end of the fight, looking for more. Will he be able to get Ludano off the grapple shot? It's happening right now. He's looking for him. Did have a very small opportunity, but that would have been a ridiculous shot if he actually hit it.
Oh, and here comes Voltaja moving all the way to the back lines, and he's put himself in a significant amount of danger here. We'll be able to back off, though. Grab the mega health as well. So the fight will continue for Voltaja. Interesting to see Tracer at this point in the game as well. So Reunited has actually switched things up from the standard compositions.
Yeah, no, Tracer not getting seen as much as of late. There's a point where you saw in every game, but a little bit less. And Voltage does have Pulse Bomb up. If you can land a big stick here, it would be huge. A lot of Tracers expecting this. Lives and dies on landing your Pulse Bomb, and Mint's going to take him out, in fact. So Voltage going down rather unceremoniously.
Zap only resurrecting one of the defenders there, but they are starting to collect the kills as Ladano gets 2, Yura gets 1, and this is a comfortable hold now. As we're about 5 minutes and 5.5 minutes into the map, so still on pace to set what I'd call a good time for Reunited. But if they get stumped once or twice more, it'll suddenly start to move into the mediocrity.
Into the mediocrity indeed. But Voltage coming in now does still has the Pulse Bomb. Again, look for an attach if he can, and I agree. I mean, for Reunited right now, they want to cap this right now. They don't want to drag it out. Pulse Bomb will not stick. It looked like it sticked. It did not. You're able to get out of the way. Makes it a double kill, in fact. But look at this. Reunited is just very content to play the payload. They push the payload forward even more, trying to pull one over NG Blue here. I'm not sure it's going to work out that way. Yor does have a Deadeye, backing up in a little bit of danger, going to get knocked down by the Reinhardt. Winghaven making the plays, gets the quad kill. My goodness, Winghaven absolutely exploding. And will this be enough for Reunited to take this point?
Winghaven hasn't even stopped yet. He's still swinging away. We'll finally go down here. And my God, actually, take a look at what had just happened, ZP. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Northern Gaming, they looked like they were down and out, like they were just trying to delay for the last couple seconds, but a flurry of kills goes their way. Northern Gaming holds for a little bit longer.
Ladano and Yor really coming in the clutch. Yor, of course, has had a pretty darn good day in general for McCree play, and now Reunited in a spot that they probably don't want to be in. Push-wise, have about maybe 4 good pushes left, but they would rather just have a quick time and be done with it. They want to go be done with the series, get the rematch against Envious, and NG Blue is doing a phenomenal job of holding on.
No one can hide from my sight.
Okay, are United going to switch things up again? Yes, in fact, Unfixed is now onto Soldier 76. ZP, why do you think he's actually gone with 76 here?
76 is just good general range poke here. I think apply a little bit of pressure to the Widow on top to crack Reinhardt shields and all the rest. But Ladano able to take out Cruz, finding the right moment, laying in the damage. And by the way, we have a Bastion switch. Bastion going down immediately, but might be getting rezzed up here in a moment. Zaf very close to this res. Needs a little bit more. He's 5% away. Oh, this is rough. He just needs to get the res. He's going to pop it any second here. Bastion not rezzing up in time to actually take advantage of that, but he's just going to walk back to the fight as Ladano exploding with a triple kill again. And Ladano really putting the team on his back here at this last point. This has been some phenomenal Widow play.
Ladano's been playing great, but I'm also a little bit confused by some of the hero swapping we've been seeing out of Reunited. Too Easy was just playing an offensive Junkrat, and I don't think he was able to do much with it either. So he's now switched on over to Genji. And yeah, they're running with 2 supports and 1 tank still, and this is a point where I'd almost like to see Winston. I wouldn't hate a Winston switch here. Maybe
look at the Bastion flank. They don't realize he's here. Now they realize he's here. He sort of gave himself away, trying to take out Too Easy. Too Easy not even deflecting. Oh my goodness, Bastion picking up the triple kill. Stealth El Presidente doing way too much work there, and that is sloppy on Reunited's end.
Yeah, what was looking like the fast time moved into mediocre, and now is slow with only 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Reunited has been trying everything to no avail, and Unfixed still switching up again. Unfixed now playing Junkrat. And again, I can't help but feel like a Winston would come in handy. You know, able to take that high ground advantage, able to jump right onto the Widowmaker, which Ladano is still rocking on the final point here.
Now looking forward here, Reunited not with a whole lot of time, and I'm gonna note Shade still has his tank ultimate up here. He can absolutely control this next fight with it if he plays his cards right. Nutty B again take out Voltage. Voltage, of course, a rock of this Reunited offense. 3 quick kills here for the defense. Too Easy in the back. Poisoned by the Widowmine, going to get taken out. Resurrection will bring up some of these fallen heroes. It might be time for Beep Boop. Here comes the tank. Mr. Destructoid in the house, but he's going to get taken out as Reunited now starting to turn this in their favor.
Finally, about time, Reunited has started to get a flurry of kills. They have their first major advantage for a while here, but that Bastion is still up with Nutty B protecting, and the barriers in front of Bastion. You never want to see that. if you're you never want to face off against that. And now the work has to be done by Too Easy and a pocket mercy. Too Easy has to go ham. He has to make it happen, and Too Easy knocked to his ass. That is gonna be it. Northern
It's like he has to go ham, but a hammer hitting the ground really hard beats Sword, and NG Blue is going to hold. So that's a great hold coming up from them, and now NG Blue, if they are able to cap out this map in full or simply get to that second point a little bit quicker, they will take this map and force a map number 3. So NG Blue fighting for their tournament life and style.
Oh man, what a huge win
This is where
for Winghaven.
REUNITED arguably should have won this
How did they
map
not?
off of that play, but Lodano and Ur came in back in force and really turned it back in their favor.
Yeah, that was just crazy. And Lodano, you're correct, ZP. He really is carrying his team here. 61% kill participation. Not bad for Lodano on the Widowmaker. And Widowmaker on that last point is also something that I wouldn't expect to see. So we've been kind of harping about the fact that these one hero limit games today have kind of forced teams into very standard lineups. But in that game there on Dorado, we saw anything but standard, especially out of REUNITED, but even a bit out of Northern Gaming Blue as well.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely cool to see some change-ups there. I mean, seeing the Roadhog was cool. Seeing the Bastion at the end was awesome. Even seeing Cruz on Genji. People forget this, but since usually Cruz is on supports and all the rest, but there's a point where Cruz is doing a lot of Genji play for REUNITED. You know, eventually sort of transitioned off of that role, but sort of felt like you're watching a little bit more old-school REUNITED there for a moment.
Yeah, unfortunate for REUNITED to go down like that, though. I wonder if we'll see them respond and have a full hold here. As they defend on Dorado as well. They need it. They definitely don't want to go to a third map.
That is the easiest path to victory here for REUNITED, is simply don't give up point A. And this is arguably the easiest point A to hold in the entire game. Not a easy point for the offense to attack at all, but you know, I gotta say, right now, Too Easy needs to outplay Lodano to a point that he hasn't been doing as much right now. Otherwise, eventually, on this attack run, Lodano will get a pick or two, including on Too Easy, and that might be all the offense needs to get through. So, looking to Too Easy here to raise his game up a little bit more as we go into REUNITED's defense. And speaking of REUNITED's defense, it's going to be Too Easy on the Widowmaker, Valotaja on McCree, Cruz on Symmetra, Morte on the Mercy, Unfixed on the Junkrat, and Winghaven rounding things out here on the Reinhardt.
Okay, let's take a look as the attacking team finalizes their roster here. Looks like they'll be rocking a Pharah. Shareds has been playing a ton of Pharah this whole tournament long, so no surprise to see that. Otherwise, nothing really noteworthy. This is pretty much the standard lineup for attack here.
Yep, no craziness like a Genji Roadhog comp, but more standard play. We'll see how it works out. Too Easy looking for the grapple shot early on. I like the approach.
They know he's here.
All right, so the defense right now not going to take any risks. They're moving back to the courtyard, which is way more easily defensible. Meanwhile, looking at Lodano right now looking for picks. He has been a huge threat in this game so far. And Too Easy versus Lodano, round one might be about to start here. He's looking for Too Easy. He has no idea where he is. Check the archway, check the floor. And right now, Too Easy, I think, has a little bit of a stealth advantage here.
Yeah, it's Ur and Lodano that are flanking from above, though. Let's see if they can get any work done. Lodano's unable to find anything at all yet. He's just peeking. They're playing very cautious and very patiently.
Oh,
just waiting for somebody else to make a mistake. Yeah. I'm really liking the patience actually out of NG Blue.
Yeah, I mean, for NG Blue right now, they have a 65 advantage. Resurrection will be bringing Too Easy back into the fight. We'll see if Too Easy can get his salty run back versus Lodano. He is being very, very cautious here. Does not want to directly challenge him at all right now. Will take out Shades, though, so the Resurrection paying some dividends here for the side of REUNITED. But REUNITED definitely feeling like they're playing a little bit more timid than usual, even on the defensive side.
And the payload has made it pretty damn close to the checkpoint as... Wow, NG Blue is in a strange position. They're kind of caught out, but they're coming from multiple angles at once, so this could end up working for them. A big Earth Shadow takes down two, knocks them onto their asses. Nutty B has been playing very well as Reinhardt indeed.
And Nutty B got that Earth Shatter, definitely says team up, and Shades coming in over the top, going to bounce around. Voltage gets the kill, but eats a concussive mine right to the face. Unfixed coming right back. Junkrat, of course, pretty darn good on this defensive point. And Winghaven with the cleanup as Reinhardt and Cruz out the exclamation point on the Ladano.
Yeah, another big moment there out of Winghaven. He just has a knack for lining them up. Do a little StarCraft reference for you guys, if anyone remembers that one. But lining them up with that Earth Shatter, getting a couple of people onto their butts, swinging away, and of course using the animation canceling of his Fire Strike as well to just deal ultimate amount of damage, the most damage possible.
And looking Unfixed right now, Unfixed laying in shot after shot as Junkrat. This is really holding the offense back and delaying them, making their approach a little bit less great. And right now, I mean, they're basically waiting for Ladano to get pick on the back before they go in, but they might not have that time. I mean, they only have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. This is a little bit rough now for NG Blue.
Still 2 minutes left. As the payload is creeping backwards, and Unfixed is going to have a tire here in just a second. See if this does damage.
Too Easy is looking for the quick pick on the Pharah, not able to finish off just yet, but does get the pick after all. 2 quick kills here for Reunited. Make it 3. Unfixed shooting the tire, taking out Ladano of all people. And even with the resurrection coming out from the offense, NG Blue is just getting pushed around right now.
I don't like the fact that Shade is just sticking around in this fight. He should have just ran away when 2 of his teammates died there. So now Shades is out for the next 20 seconds, and they won't have a full 6 for Northern Gaming to attack until then. Well, Shades actually switches over to Genji, though. That can work.
That can absolutely work. Too Easy able to take out Mint. You're going a little bit deeper in, takes out Cruz. So right now, 5v5 for both teams. Ladano now moving around the back. Let's see if he can get the pick off that he is looking for here.
Moving the payload. Join me.
And this is really coming down to the last push for the side of NG Blue here. I mean,
no,
they don't get
Shades.
anything done here. Is going to be it. Yura's going to have to do something with Deadeye. Ladano's going to need to get a pick. Here we go. Unfixed, though, takes out Yura, so Deadeye not going to get any value. Didn't even get a chance to activate it. Shades takes out the teleporter, but Voltage going to kill Ladano in the end.
Yeah, Shades barely survived with the skin of his teeth. He was taken down to a pixel of health, but managed to find a big health on the map to bring him all the way back. And now Shades is in an interesting flanking position all by himself. He's got to distract, but he also has to wait for his team to come from the front. So I like the fact that Shades is at least coordinating with his team, which his team now pushing forward, and we'll start distracting in just a second. And now is the time for Shades to make it happen.
Yeah, for Shades, this is do or die now. Does not have a Dragon Blade just yet, but can build it pretty quickly if he lands enough Shuriken Fire. He's going to throw the deflect up. Will not get taken out by that Deadeye just yet. Nutty B on the Winghaven as Unfixed explodes with a triple kill tire. That might be all that this game needs right now. Ladano now under assault, getting taken out by Unfixed as well, and Unfixed gonna put the team on his back here. Resurrection coming out from the offense, but will it be enough?
Yeah,
that was
only
just
2 people
terrible,
back.
terrible damage done by Unfixed.
Another StarCraft resident.
I know. I
reference.
had to give it out there at some point. Shout out to Dustin Brother.
I like it. And look at this, Reunited gets stumped, cannot complete the map, but they completed it further than Northern Gaming Blue did, and that's going to put Reunited back into the grand finals and back up against Envious. It's going to be tough.
They're going to get their salty run back versus Envy, but Envy was looking so strong to start things out. We'll just have to see how things end up. Although it's weird, because you think back to the series, Route 66 was a total stomp in favor of Reunited, so map knowledge, more of a thing for both of these teams than you might otherwise realize.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the grand finals of GosuGamers EU number 11 begins in just a couple of minutes. So now's a great time to go grab a drink, grab a snack, go use the bathroom, because we got another hour or so of play coming your way between 2 of the best teams on the planet. It's going to be Reunited taking one more chance at facing off against Envious. Again, they did lose to Envious in the winner's bracket, and I'd say pretty handily as well. Envious looked super strong, so we'll see if they have a chance as we switch things up.